Well, welcome everybody to this very special edition of Trowel Time taking place here on the campus of the beautiful Holiday Inn in wonderful Marquette, Michigan. We had a leadership class up here today, and it was a great group. I want to tell you that the best of the students stuck around for our airing of Trowel Time, so we have the largest audience we've ever had, all five of you. And it just demonstrates the power of Trowel Time to our Masonic audience. So thank you for being here, guys. Let's have a good applause for our wonderful participants. We're going to have a few folks up here at our table, and we're going to talk to them a little bit. And because of the way that we have to do this, we'll only be talking with one at a time, but it's going to be great. So I want to introduce our first guest is Brother Ethan Willett, and Ethan's one of the newer members of Marquette Lodge number 101. Ethan, how are you today?
I'm great, Bob. Thank you.
Good. Good to have you with us. I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Good. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about your experience, maybe why you became a Mason and how you found that experience in Marquette. And remember, the guys are still here, so.
Well, a little bit about my experience is that I moved to Marquette from Lower Michigan. Best decision I've ever made, I think.
Ah, okay.
And I really was looking for an outlet to be a greater part of my community here in Marquette and really grow as a man. And I feel like I've been given that opportunity through my lodge.
That's great. Marquette's really a good lodge, and I'm glad that you joined that. Now, do you have any aspirations? Are you going to be an officer in the lodge? Are you going to participate in that way, or maybe learn a degree or a lecture or something?
My aspiration is to really get a thorough understanding of my lodge's history. I understand that Marquette 101 is very tied to the founding of the city of Marquette itself, and I really want to bring that more to the forefront for our community here.
Yeah. Some of the names of the places in Marquette are very closely defined by the members of this lodge. So, yeah, you've joined a very historic, good lodge, with some exceptions, but for the most part.
I certainly believe so,
yeah,
yes.
It's a great lodge. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And our noted editor and photographer and cameraman, sound man, and everything else that we need, Ben Tigner, is behind the cameras. So I can tell you that's the best applause Ben's ever gotten on this stage. Yeah. So did a great job there. Thank you, everybody. Ben developed on his way up here. He was able to stop in a few of the communities with our Masonic lodges in the UP. So we're going to take a break. We're going to switch over our sound system a little bit. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this montage of lodges up in the UP that Ben put together. So we'll see you back in a minute. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that with some good shots of some good lodges up here. And now in the left seat, which is a very familiar phrase to Brother Craig, is Craig Lurkey, and Craig is of St. Ignace Lodge, and I believe now you are the DDI?
Regional Grand Lecturer.
Well, see, shame on me. Regional Grand Lecturer for this region up here. And welcome to Trowel Time.
Good to be here.
Yeah. You participated in the class today. You drove all the way over from St. Ignace yesterday, and
I did indeed.
And we're glad that you did. Glad to have you with us. You know, we were supposed to, according to the newscasts downstate, which of course is where Joe Neal and I are from, it was supposed to be Snowmageddon. Marquette was to get, I think, about 142 inches of snow. And no, seriously, they did say 18 inches of snow. I think we got, what, 4 out there? Tops. So for those persons who decided they would stiff us and canceled their attendance at our class today, you know, it wasn't that bad. But not that I'm bitter.
They missed a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was a good class. I think we had fun. We learned a few things. We had some fun. Craig, why don't you, I know you're a member of St. Ignace Lodge. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your Masonic experience?
4th generation Mason. Learned how to be a Mason from my father and my grandfather. And when I retired from the military, I followed the family tradition, and the rest is history.
Okay, so you joined a little bit later in life?
Yes, after I retired in 13 from the Navy.
Did you join in St. Ignace?
No, from Verona, Huron, down in the Thumb.
Oh, in the Thumb, yeah. Good lodge, yeah.
Had a dual career in military and in education, and I was a school principal down in the Thumb.
Oh, wonderful. In Bad Axe, right? In Bad Axe, okay. And in the military, you were in the Navy?
Navy pilot.
Navy pilot, so that's why I say left seat, right seat. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you're here. What are some of your hobbies? Because I know one, and I think that the people would enjoy hearing what you like to spend time doing on the lake waters and St. Ignace.
My summer job is I am the charter boat captain of a sailboat, 40-foot sailboat called Honor Bright, and I take people out underneath the Mackinac Bridge and
hopefully bring them back.
I bring them back, and
right.
I bring them back, and they are loaded up with more Mackinac Bridge history than they could ever think about getting.
All right. When you said loaded up, I was starting to wonder.
Well,
not
bring
really.
your own.
No, that's right. Good. Yeah, I'm not going to provide it, but okay. Well, good. Yeah, Joe Neal and I took a big was it a 3-masted schooner out of Drummond Island.
Oh, nice.
That was hand built by the skipper of that, and had a great time, and yeah, it was very enjoyable. Yeah. I envy you, so that's a lot of fun. Great. So we're very glad that you're here. Thanks for spending your day with us. Thank you for your service to our nation. We appreciate it very much.
Not a problem.
And are very grateful for that. So thank you, Craig. And we're going to take a commercial break, hear a little bit about some of the offerings that the Grand Lodge store has for you, and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for the latest Masonic apparel, materials, and literature from the craft? Look no more. At MichiganMasonicStore.com, you can find everything from hats and shirts to tumblers, blankets, and books. Our shirts come in a range of sizes and with logos and branding custom stitched for the Michigan Masons. Don't wait. Visit MichiganMasonicStore.com now.
Welcome back, everybody, and glad to have you with us as we continue our UP Trowel Time Special Edition. And joining us now is the illustrious Tony Giorgiani, a great Finnish name. Tony is a past master of Marquette Lodge number 101 and currently potentate of Ahmed Shriners, right?
Correct.
Tony, glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Bob.
We tease each other a lot. They always threaten and have on several occasions shown up at my house unannounced, ate all my food, drank my beer, barbecued on their own. But
someday you might be there.
Someday I might be there. I think that they actually plan when I'm not, and they show up. Anyway, no, we have a good time. Tony's a good man. We're glad to have you with us. Tony, why don't you tell us a little bit about, where you come from, your Masonic experience, and how you ended up as master of Marquette, and anything else you'd like to share within reason. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Well, 10 years ago, I was raised in Marquette. It's been a whirlwind of experiences and meeting people throughout the area, throughout the UP, throughout the state, throughout the country. and people from around the world through the different organizations, and just amazing experiences, and meeting a lot of great people throughout all those. And
Well, I think that the first time that you and I really met was when we were down in Tampa at one of the Shrine conferences, might have been for membership or something, when they showed up at our door at like 2 in the morning. We won't talk about that, but I do know that your Shrine experience has kind of expanded the horizon, hasn't it? It's taken you Midwest Shrine Association and so forth, and then you went to Imperial Session and those things.
I'll be going to Imperial for the first time.
For the first time this year, okay. Well, you know, it's a great opportunity though. The appendant bodies, whether that's Scottish Rite, York Rite, Shrine, whatever it might be, are great opportunities to really expand kind of the offering of Freemasonry. It takes you out to places you wouldn't have otherwise gone to, and allows you to meet people from all around the country, North America, quite frankly, and around the world when it comes to the Shrine. So I highly encourage it. I know that you've been active in the Shrine for a long time. The line to get to potentate is, what, about 7 years or so? So really
Roughly.
not too long after you became a Mason, you joined the Shrine.
Yep.
And I know you're active in the other bodies as well. You're currently serving as Worshipful Master of?
Grand Island Lodge.
Grand Island Lodge, which is in Munising, so he's very active in the fraternity. How do you find enough time to do all that stuff, or
No.
do you work?
Yes,
You
a lot.
Yeah, a lot, and I know he does. I'm being facetious. Where do you work, Tony?
Tractor Supply.
And I understand that you have a special love for chickens. No? Well, I tell you right now, our granddaughter loves to go to Tractor Supply and look at the baby chicks. So that's this time of year. So we'll be up. We'll stop in just to let you know that your love of chickens doesn't go unrecognized.
They're cute, and we have them for a couple months out of the year, and
they're gone.
We do our best to care for them and get them to new homes.
Yes, and keep the weasels out of the building.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Good. Tony, thanks for everything that you do for the fraternity. We have a lot of fun, and he's become a good friend of mine. I appreciate him very much. Thanks for being here. We're going to take another commercial break, and we'll come back with our last guest of this special edition of Trowel Time.
As I reread the Masonic obligations and the history of Masonry, what's happening here is certainly in line with those teachings. It makes us very proud to be a part of the Masonic family at this time.
When I was Grand Master many years ago, my wife said, if we live long enough, we're going to go to the Michigan Masonic Home.
There's a lot of competition out there. And this is a business, let's face it. And a lot of businesses out there want our money. And so the Masons are very, very prominent people. They donate a lot of money to a lot of things. And so it's important for me to continue this up.
This place didn't just happen. A lot of Masons and Eastern Star people through the years have found ways to support this facility, and it is absolutely necessary that they continue to do this. I just don't know where some of these people would be.
You know, I've talked to quite a few people that have moved here from other places, other homes that they lived in, and they all praise this place.
I can't think of any place else I'd rather be.
Welcome back. So, says our we saved. Well, I would say we saved the best for last, but that wouldn't necessarily be true. We saved the last for last. I don't know. We're very happy to have join us Mike Hill. Brother Mike and I go back further than either of us care to think about, but he's been a good friend of mine. And we were talking during the break, and Mike is a past everything, right? Past master, past potentate, past something in Scottish Rite.
Sovereign Prince.
Sovereign Prince, slobbering Prince. Past slobbering Prince in Scottish Rite. Past president of the Board of General Purposes, and currently the board representative for District 1. 2.
The number 1 district in the state of Michigan.
The number, that's only because they started at the wrong side and on the wrong end. But District 1. So Mike's been a very active part. His dad, Ron, is out here in the audience. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Bob.
And Ron had 13 years of service as a Board of General Purposes member. Mike has got his, I won't
13?
say that, but he's 13 years, and he's just been reelected for another 3-year term, so 16 years. So the Hill legacy of service to the fraternity in the Upper Peninsula is well known and very much appreciated. Mike, you know, we've talked with the other guests that we've had on how they started into the fraternity, and you know what's about them and how they came to it. Why don't you tell us, you know, if you can remember back into the mists
It's a
of
long time ago.
It is a long time ago. You know, what brought you to the craft, and how's that experience affected you, and any words of wisdom you would give to some of the younger members of the craft?
Can you write that down? That's a lot to remember.
It is. It is, and no, I can't. That's why I say it.
I figured.
Yeah.
Well, it was 31 years ago that I joined the craft. What brought me into it, I guess it was probably my father.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Familiar.
My grandfather and great-grandfather, although on my mother's side, were also Masons.
In Marquette?
Probably Nagani.
Nagani. Interlopers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
The
were
far
in Scottish
western.
Rite and Shrine
Yeah,
here. But,
yeah.
so that was many, many years ago.
Yeah.
It's been a great 31 years. I don't regret it at all.
I remember.
Looking forward to another 31, I hope.
Well, I hope so. I don't know about that, but I remember some of the stories, though. You'd come down for a Board of General Purposes meeting in January, which, when you think about it, is the most insane time of the year to hold a Board of General Purposes meeting, right?
It is.
And he would drive back and literally be cutting the snow, because nobody else would have gone through it by that time, by the time he got north of the bridge. So
Yeah. The bumper serves as a pretty good snowplow.
it's a snowplow.
Yeah, it does.
That's right. That's right. What's kind of next then for, you know, what do you see for the fraternity next?
Well, I hope we have a whole bunch of new members, younger members coming in.
Yeah.
I think we're on the right track.
I do. I was
But we're just
concerned
starting, though.
I was concerned about Marquette's plans to have a Lutefisk celebration, but because I don't think that'll bring in anybody.
Well, we're gonna invent a new dish called the Lutefisk pasty, and
There it is.
you're gonna be invited.
There it is. Dougie's already trying to cook that thing.
I mean, I've heard you've ordered the first 100 of them.
No, you heard wrong. No.
It could be quite a fundraiser. Nobody else is doing it.
I've always said, if you have any thoughts about why somebody isn't doing something, ask the people. So, fellas, what do you say?
Would anybody like
What do you
a
say?
Lutefisk pasty?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, there.
No, yeah, Doug's got the road slaughtering winter truck that he takes. You know, what's for dinner, Mom? Squirrel. You know,
So I asked, and we got the answer.
you did. I don't think you can get the health department to approve the permits to cook that stuff.
Well,
but
probably
that's okay.
not. But
That's okay.
and we can't get anybody to ship them down to you either.
No,
You're not going to
no,
stink
you
up my
couldn't-
truck.
Couldn't cross the bridge with that. You'd need a placarded load. With that,
Where did we lose control?
It's somewhere back there. I don't know. Lutefisk. It's been great fun. It always is coming up. My favorite part of being a Freemason in Michigan is the UP. It's a great place to go. The brothers are the best, and it's a lot of fun. And we always have a good time when we come up. And hopefully we'll be able to spend some more time. I know that I have a certain time permit because of my troll status.
Yes.
But so I haven't quite reached that limitation yet.
We're applying for an extension
Are
for
you?
you.
Thank you. Yeah, because the bridge is starting to get kind of questioning. But it's always good to be up here. Thanks to everybody that came. Thanks to the group that stayed for the audience. So give yourselves yes. Thanks to Ben for coming up. Thanks to everybody that came to the class today. We had a leadership class. I think it was a good one. We'll be back in the fall up here. So thanks for watching our Trowel Time show. And stay tuned. We've got our standard issues. Trowel Time's coming out. We've got a special one that's coming up for the annual communication that's happening in May, on the 22nd and 23rd. And this year, you know, we don't have much legislation, so really the session is going to be one day. Going to be held on that Tuesday. We'll open in the morning, do all our business, install in the afternoon, and we'll be done. But Monday, we're planning a lot of breakouts, a lot of informational programs and sessions for everybody. So it's going to be a great day. I've got a great team that's putting all of that together. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a good time. All right? Have a great Masonic month of April. And we'll see you next time on Trowel Time. Thanks, everybody.